Good morning. Today we're here at Liceo Fanti covering the 2022 World Food Forum flagship event.
Many countries and youth delegations are presently discussing this year's theme, Healthy Diet, Healthy Planet, and topics that require all of us to consider food security for all and necessary changes in the agri-food systems.
Now let's get Ms. Lulli and Ms. Lazzani on the line, who will directly interview two special guests. These were Mr. Yarinakis
And Mr. Sgarbi,
LMF News, Liceo Fanti Campi.
Thank you, Simone, for this presentation. We are here today with Ms. Lara Mescoli and Ms. Veronica Salardi, exponent of the Honduras and Afghanistan delegations. Ms. Mescoli, do you think that having elected Xiomara Castro as the first female president in the history of Honduras will bring changes in terms of political, social and economical aspect of the nation?
Yeah, I think that the fact that now Xiomara Castro is the new president of Honduras is a great opportunity for all the Honduran female population. As a matter of fact, in Honduras, levels of gender-based violence are alarming, and for many young women growing up here, the effects of machismo are terrible. Machismo is a form of sexism in which women are discriminated and considered as inferior to men. Moreover, Honduras is the only country in Latin America which absolutely bans abortion and emergency contraceptives. But regarding this point, Xiomara Castro is trying to make them legal. While regarding the society, Xiomara Castro plans to attack the structural causes of crime and violence, and then to promote and consolidate the formation of a community-oriented police and ensure civilian security.
Thank you. Ms. Salardi, how much do environmental conditions affect the lives of farmers, pastoralists and family right now?
Afghanistan's hot, dry summer poses chronic challenges, but this coming winter is expected to be even more difficult. Barren harvests and livestock lost to drought and feed storages have left farmers with no choice but to sell their few remaining assets. The receding water table won't be able to support the human population. Harsh weather will make transportation between towns impossible, and extreme weather, along with internal social instability, is forcing families to flee their homes to temporary shelter multiple times. 3 million Afghans are internally displaced as we speak. I would like to point out that at the moment our priority is to give Afghans food so they can survive. We hope that in a near future we'll be able to provide them with quality food and sustainable diets for a healthy planet.
Thank you again.
Here with us, Ms. Oriani and Ms. Saetti Baraldi. How does Honduras plan to fill the gap between women and men?
Women's Rights Group have been working with members of Castro's transition team to draft a violence against women law that will address the weaknesses in the justice system that have led to high levels of impunity. Castro has also proposed the establishment of shelters for women who are survivors of domestic violence, more inclusive economic development, and the implementation of an integral sexual education program in schools. To add more, values of respect, values of equality, values of positive identities for girls are being reinforced in schools. In that regard, Castro's existence as president of the nation could have a positive effect. As the presidential sash is placed across their shoulder, countless girls and young women will be watching from across the country. Inevitably, what girls are going to think is that I can also be her. Eventually, I can also aspire to that. And that opens up a lot of possibilities regarding their place in society. To this end, actions are planned to facilitate access to appropriate financial instruments to support women-led enterprises.
Thank you. What is Afghanistan doing to invest in women and children?
So, before the Taliban regime, the situation of youth and women was really good. But after the USA left the country, Afghanistan doesn't allow any sort of action aiming and filling the gap between men and women. Although the UN's country are trying to help the citizens of Afghanistan by sending money, and the situation now isn't so good.
Thank you. With that, back to the studio.